All right. So, for all of you guys that did not make it to the kickoff, this video is for you. But before I say that, everybody who's watching this who was at the kickoff, please listen because this is very important. So, first off, I am going to share a little bit of the vision of this stage and of development as a whole. So, development is something that did not start off as a solid idea, but more of just something that we wanted to do. We needed something to challenge us to go farther. In Axis, our leaders, we came together and we saw that there wasn't anything that was really pushing the guys who wanted to go deeper to go deeper. And so we knew we needed something, and so we set out to make that happen. And it took us a while to get through it, but we did. And it became this great idea of going a little bit off of what Fight Club does. And it just blew up, and we love the responses we've got from it so far, and we're excited that you're going to join us for this stage. Specifically this stage, our sort of goal or our theme is we're going for more of creating relationships with the other guys within development, and there's a few ways that we're going to implement that and that we're going to do that. But first off, the reason why is because we looked at what Fight Club does, because we've noticed that it works what they do. And you often don't find guys that come out of Fight Club and they say, man, Fight Club changed my life because I'm more fit, or, you know, it's usually what you hear is that it changed their lives, and it continues to change their lives because of the guys and because of their brothers that they've worked alongside, that they're working with, and that they continue to hang out with and continue to grow with in their faith. And that's what we kind of want to do as development, because we found that works, and we want to try that. And so we're focusing more on that for this stage. Now I'm going to go into a little bit more into the details, and so this is where everybody needs to listen up for sure. Specifically, the challenges are set up in a 5-week setup. So this will go on for 5 weeks, and the challenges will progress as we go. There's physical challenges, so we have running, push-ups, and sit-ups that will remain the same throughout the 5 weeks, except for the numbers. So what you will do at the very beginning, anyone who wasn't at the kickoff, you need to do this. You need to do a max minute test, and what that means is for push-ups and sit-ups, you do as many push-ups as you can in a minute, and then write that number down. Say you did 25 push-ups in a minute. Then you would write down that number, and same with sit-ups. Say you did 25 push-ups and 25 sit-ups, each in their own minutes, right? That number is your number for the rest of the stage, all right? So for every week, you are required to do a certain percentage of that number. And what that means, for instance, the first week, we are doing 600% of your max minute. So say your max minute was 25, you do 600% of that. That means over the entire week, all you have to do is 25 times 6, which is 150 push-ups, and that would be your total. For push-ups and sit-ups, you do 100 push-ups, or 150 push-ups and 150 sit-ups. Same as same. So we had a little bit of confusion with that last time, so I thought I'd just explain it a little bit, but you need to do your max minute if you haven't done it already. Write down your numbers. It'd be good if you could tell your AP as well. Speaking of APs, you're going to need an AP. An AP is an accountability partner. You're going to be using them throughout the entirety of the stage, so make sure you get an accountability partner. Preferably in development, but if you can't find anyone in development, well, first off, contact one of your leaders, because we can find somebody for you for sure. But if you really want to have an accountability partner outside of development, I guess it's okay, but we highly suggest that you have somebody in development because it's a lot easier to go back and forth. Next up on the list of things that you need to know. Oh, we're meeting up weekly as a team. To try to build more relationships among the guys, what we're going to do is we are meeting up weekly. Most of the teams will be meeting up Sunday afternoons, so like 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. We'll be meeting up weekly. That is likely to change depending on everybody's schedules, but we found that that day almost always works for most people. If you can't do that, talk to your leader about it. We're trying to figure out the best possible way, and we understand that not everybody is going to be able to make it every week, and it's not a mandatory thing. We're just going to have it that way. You can come, and it's going to be fun, and you should come to those. Anything else I need to tell you, I will. By the way, I am the details manager here for development, so if you have any questions at any time, please contact me. I have the lowdown on pretty much anything that you need to know. Any of the other leaders are also good to contact because especially your leader specifically is who you should contact first. But if you have any questions about merchandise or anything, that I can also explain to you. Speaking of merchandise, we have the tiers again this year. If you were in the last last stage, so the tiers are set up into tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Tier 1 is 500 points. I'll break down the points in a second. So there's tier 1 is 500 points, tier 2 is 750, and tier 3 is 925. We dropped it down to 925 because we realized that it was super hard to get 1,000 points, and it takes a little bit of leisure. We wanted to take that off of your back a little bit, so it's okay if you mess up on like a few things, and you can still get tier 3. So the way we have it set up for those of you who haven't been in development before is each of the challenges are worth a certain amount of points, and those points add up weekly. You can get a total of 1,000 points. That is the maximum total that you can possibly get. I think that's pretty much all you need to know. There's also in the spiritual, there are 3 things that you're going to be praying for over the course of this whole stage. They are, one of them, we would like if you would continually be praying for one unsaved person. So pick an unsaved person, say, I'm just going to say a name, let's say you're praying for, Jake. So you pick Jake, and then you pray every single day. You're praying for Jake. You're praying that God would make some life change for him, and he would change his life. And that's something I want you to pray for. And then then you pick 2 other things that you want to see God do, whether that be, heal somebody who's sick, or whether that be help you to get your grades up, anything really. It can be anything. So just pick 2 things that you want to see God do, and then be praying for one unsaved person. And I think that's it. If you don't have the challenges and you have a way of meeting up with me, I have packets, and so it's a 5-page packet. It has every week of the challenges automatically written out for you. We will hand those to you, and you'll get those. So come to me if you don't have one of those. If you don't have a way of meeting me in person, I can send you the file. Just figure out the best way for me to do that. Also, you should send me your shirt sizes pronto, because each of the tiers has rewards. Tier 1 that you can buy. Sorry, we can't pay for everybody because we are a nonprofit organization, and that's kind of how it works. If you finish with 500 points or more, you unlock a long sleeve t-shirt with a hoodie that'll have the development logo on it. If you finish tier 2, you'll be unlocking a development hat or a development leather bracelet with development printed on it, and the hat will have the logo on it. And then if you finish tier 3, really excited, we're going to have development rings. This is a basic model that we got just to test the quality, and it's pretty cool. It has the word development printed on it. It's really cool. We're excited about this, and we're excited to see what you guys can do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This has been a really long video, but a very needed video. Actually, one last thing, and this is going to be very helpful to you, so pay attention to this. We have lifelines. For any of the daily things, and there's not many, but there's a few daily things. I think there's like 3 or 4 daily things. There's a fair amount of... with those challenges, if you miss a day out of the week, you're just like, oh crap, I forgot to read my proverb of the day yesterday. then all you have to do is do double the next day, and that's called a lifeline. You get one of these per week. So if you miss something on Monday, you forgot to read your proverb of the day on Monday, you can make up for it by doing double on Tuesday. So you read Proverbs 1 and 2 on Tuesday or something. For instance, something like that. By the way, small note on the Proverbs, reading the Proverbs according to the day of the month. Say it's January 27th. We will read Proverbs 27. There was a little bit of confusion on that. Just touching on it real quick. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm not gonna think about anything else in this video. I know I've said "oh wait" 8 times. So yeah, but I'm excited for you guys. And this stage is gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah, and also I realized this, I said I wasn't gonna say also. This is a side note. Just let your leaders know what day works for graduations, because we want to do a big graduation party and have everybody there. And so let your leaders know what day works for you the best as soon as possible. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and have fun this stage. Get to know your guys, get to know your leaders. I know all of the leaders personally, and this is a really great group, and I'm really excited for where this is going to go.